Should I bring it in closer so I don't have to yell?
Yeah,
All right, Shalom, Shalom. Back out here again on these highways and hedges to the power and security of Yahweh Shimi Awashai. Before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahadushai, Ba'ashem, Yahweh. Double honor to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who rule well, teach well, teaching his truth in its entirety. A hearty shalom to all the other elders that's pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in true faith and sincerity. It's your brother Kalab, also go by Hope, Grace, and Mercy.
It's your brother Lab Dino, also known as Carter David.
Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect out there. And we get another opportunity to come out here, do the will and the work of Yahweh Shimi Awashai. Before we get started, we hopefully that it's edifying. And we're gonna grab a couple of articles like we always do, because we are in these beautiful times that our power spoke about in the beginning of the earth. We got some articles. All right, this one says, and I'm coming out the end time headline. Strong magnitude 6.1 earthquake strikes Turkey. And we know that the scripture says that in the Matthew that in the times that we are in right now, which is the end time, you know, it's going to be earthquakes in diverse places. And you know, earthquakes are happening, you know, every second somewhere. But you know, this is a 6.1 earthquake in Turkey. So the water Yahweh Shimi Awashai for everything you give us, everything. Next one says, NYC office blindsides workers by forcing facial recognition scans without warning. Hey man, you gonna be the button. You know, they say that Trump said that all your information, health information, can be shared at the click of a button. Well, you gonna be that button soon. And it says that they blindsided their workers by forcing facial recognition scans without warning. See, they setting themselves up to the point where they don't need your advice, not advice. They don't need your thanks for watch. They don't need your permission no more. You know, and once they make everything digital, that money once that money is digital, they don't need your say so. They just gonna put your you know what off.
And a lot of things too. You know, when you download these apps, or even subscribe to like Hulu or like Disney Plus, you sign a lot of your rights away.
Yep.
I done heard this. Let's say you get hurt at Disneyland, but you got Disney Plus, and you're in a sue Disneyland because you got hurt there. Because you got Disney Plus,
You agree.
and they fine print. It says you agree not to sue us if you get hurt at Disneyland.
Wow.
Look for Disney Plus.
Wow.
And then even when you get these phones, you gotta put your information. You gotta check to agree. So a lot of times you sign your rights away anyway.
Yep.
Any privacy, they don't need permission.
That devil crafty, ain't he?
Yeah.
Crafty as hell. Nixon says Medicare will test using AI to help decide whether patients get coverage, which could delay or deny care. That's when I was watching the video, it's a video brothers made I can't think of the brother who posted it, but they was denying people because if your if your views don't line up with society, they can deny you. One lady got denied. She was pregnant. She got denied service because she was with her husband 14 years and they were married. The doctor didn't agree with her stance on life. Denied her. You know what I'm saying? But they saying that all your medical information, you miss an appointment, they can deny you. They can lock you out of society.
Man, you know, like a lot of times when you go to the hospital, they ask you a bunch of random questions. Do you feel safe at home?
Yeah.
They gonna start throwing 30 more questions in there, like you say, to get your view on society. And it's not gonna be a human doing it because that's the AI, right?
Yeah.
AI can deny it. So that's why they want to put AI in there to take the human out, because you know you might start a fight.
They might, cause then they'll say that AI.
You can't fight AI.
Yeah, they say AI can't make no mistakes.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like that. It says meat.
No, I was gonna say I got a handful of articles. I'm just bring them out in the middle of the lesson. Okay, sure.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think what else we have.
It says, let me get this. Alarming new study is showing that smartphones are ruining our brains at an unprecedented speed. If it is, it's by your design. You know, it ain't just they came up with a calculation and now they think that smartphones are destroying our brains. They made it for that, but guess what? They're gonna probably say that and try to phase out the cell phone because you gonna be your cell phone and stuff.
Bill Gates that said the cell phone will be like a digital tattoo or on the body or something.
What they say, imagine leaving your house and not having to take your wallet, your phone, your car key. Don't make me comfortable here because I don't want to be here long.
Yeah.
It says financial crisis looms for 62% of Gen Z who have zero emergency savings. And it's for Gen Z, that means it's 72% for all Babylonians, man. These people, you know what I do for a living for my captivity. You know what I'm saying? You know I know these people ain't got it no more, man. None of them.
So yeah, I think something I can remember. August 8th came, Trump's deadline for Putin.
Right.
Some kind of talk of peace. So supposedly Trump told Putin to meet him in Alaska on the 15th.
Oh yeah, and Zelensky said, what it says? It says, man, wait, I just saw something about this.
Which is weird.
Right. Look what Zelensky said. Cause you know they agreed to, they got an agreement also that they finna give Putin a certain part of Ukraine.
Okay, I thought I saw some of that.
And Zelensky warns that Ukraine will not give up any land ahead of upcoming Trump and Putin meeting. Hey man, I don't give a damn what y'all do. Hurry up.
Yeah, man. That's what pissed me off about Trump in America, man. These numbers, they put a date on something. This nigga said, bro, August 8th, just to say see you next week.
Right.
Like, damn, bro.
Just say niggas got it.
Yeah, man. This.
Y'all about to y'all stop.
We're gonna get started with the lesson. I think it's titled Looking for and Hasting the Day. Yeah, looking for and hasting the day. And you know, those with the understanding in the ICC, that's what we doing. And it ain't only us that's seeing these things. The rest of the world see it, but they don't ever attribute it to the scripture.
Associated with TikTok.
Yeah, you know, they don't pair it with the scripture, pretty much.
Like the sister that rolled by, we out here with Bibles in our hands, garments on. First thing came to her mind was TikTok.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, how you get that out of there?
yeah.
Right? First precept, right? First precept is coming from the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, starting at verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
So yeah, kind of lost words kicking it off, being the note, but that's a summary.
Right.
We're approaching that day of the Lord. If you see things happening, that's what it's leading up to. Because everybody else see the same stuff happening, but they can't draw no conclusion on what it's coming to. They think America is going to collapse, and America or in China and Russia going to be up next. They say, you know, we experiencing the collapse of society.
Some think that it's looking bad right now, but old great America will find a way to turn it around
Yeah.
and get back to being great again.
I see some people say Russia and China going to take over America.
All kinds of
Like this place going to continue.
all kinds of stuff. But you know what? The crazy part, the reason why it makes them fools for not knowing is because the scriptures tell exactly what's going to happen. It's a blueprint out there. It ain't like no, well, we got to sit and wait and see what happens, and see what the Lord do. The Lord has already revealed everything to his servants the prophet.
Yeah. So the day the Lord coming, they said which the earth and the works going to be burned up.
Reading on, verse 11. Reading on 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holiness, conversation, and godliness?
So seeing and knowing that this place is going to be dissolved up by nuclear fire, and we should be moving in these last days. Those who got this understanding. We should be making haste to get up out of here. Seeing, you know, that we see that these things are near.
Not taking this thing lightly at all.
Yeah, not taking it lightly, and but making haste. Right, moving with a sense of urgency. Kind of like walking on glass.
Reading on verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh thy power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
So we looking for and hastening to the day of the Lord. And the heavens, which is just covering rulership and everything under it, is going to be dissolved. It's going to be by nuclear fire. But I'm going to look up something real quick, because it says looking for and hastening today. We're going to get this phrase looking for, which is pretty simple, but looking for, it says to expect. It says to hope. So we expect something specific. We expect certain things to happen. One of them, America being destroyed. It says to wait for. When we get this word to look, you know what it means to look, but something stuck out when I looked into this word. Yeah, so look, it says direct one's gaze towards someone or something in a specified direction. So,
I agree, the same thing.
oh, okay, nice. So yeah, when it says looking for hasten the day of the Lord, you know, you're not just looking into thin air. We're looking at something specific. And we see the evidence of it, you know, the build up to it. Because the Christians, they say, yeah, we know the Lord is coming, but they don't even know where to look. And when we're looking at the signs that's taking place.
I got seek, search. I got seek, search, search for, are out, look up, chase down.
Yeah, and prophecy got an order, you know. So we looking forward to, when it says to look in a specified direction, we looking for certain things to take place, like the ark of the righteousness, is the mark of the beast. You know, that's amazing.
Right. Last straw.
Yep. And then World War III. Ultimately, you know, the Lord said, you don't gather the nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat to be the so-called Middle East. So we see that popping up. Christians, we see those two things.
Let's go back to say, God bless America.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And when the Lord said his determination is to destroy Babylon. And then also put his words to look. Let me see what else he does today. But yeah, you know, to look, it says to see. So, you know, Christians, they say, yeah, we in the end times, but they don't see none of the signs happening. You know, they just saying that based off, you know, what they heard somebody else say. Or they say, I feel like we in the last days. You know, we know, we're looking forward, they ain't making things to that day. Looking, meaning we see the things happen.
Verse 13. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah, and the reason we look forward to make haste to the day of the Lord is because we're looking for a new heaven and a new earth.
We're gonna get out of this damn place, man.
And the earth will be a new rulership. New things will be in the earth. And then when you got new management, it changes everything. So when there's a righteous rulership in the earth, that could be in a much better situation. That's how we look forward, you know, to the coming of the Lord. But again, looking forward and making haste to that day. Look at me, we literally see these things happen. Like literally. And the scripture said we would. The things we can see, we can use that to see where we at. Right? Because of, you know, the day of the Lord, that's a process. Because a Christian, you know how fast you read Revelation, you can read Revelation in an hour or two.
Yeah.
And they think the world will end that fast. They think, you know, everything will happen in one day. No, it's drawn out.
Right. Next precept is coming from the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the times past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's what it means to looking forward, making haste to that day. As you see these things happening, literally see it happening day by day, you will make haste. Meaning to be expected to be up out of here pretty soon. And you'll be moving with fear, like Noah did.
Right, measuring the times. You hearing about wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes.
And the Christians, you know, a Christian, even if, that's why I can't stand Christians. They say they, yeah, wars, rumors of wars. They say earthquakes in diverse places. And like you say, they go back to say we got to pray for America.
Right.
Like, bro.
We want what the Lord wants.
Right. So when you see these things happening, ain't no turning back. The Lord said his words are not going to go out void. So how can you say you see wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes happening, then continue to say we need to pray for America, pray for the world? Now you're going to get the Lord's will. They don't know what they talking
Yeah,
about.
man.
You know, it's like guaranteed being a Christian, you just lost.
Like you can change the Lord's mind.
Right,
Like
right.
you can pray these things away. Now, once you begin to sin, ain't no going back. You're never gonna go back anyway. But it's like a woman, she having a contraction. With birth pains, there ain't no going back.
Right, reading on, 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
See that? It says there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So we see these things taking place. Along with the earthquakes and the uproars of the people, we're gonna get some more signs that will be happening here at the end. So when we literally see the end taking place before our eyes. We're not just saying that based off how we feel. We're not just guessing. We're not speculating. We're not reaching. When we say we at the end, hey, we literally are. And no, it's not going to be for the next generation to see. Not our grandkids. No, this generation right here.
Right? Next precept is coming from the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 3. Book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 3. And it reads, And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
It says the sign of thy coming. When we say the Christian, we at the end, they look at the sign. Hey, a sign is something that you can see. If I see the sign of the 7-Eleven, that means I'm approaching 7-Eleven.
Right.
So if you see these things happening, that means we're approaching the end of this world. And not really just approaching it like it's far off. Really be pulling up on it.
We in that time period.
Yeah.
Right.
Then we moments away.
Jumping over to Matthew, still in Matthew 24, jumping to verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
We see the wars happening and rumors of wars.
So going digital.
Yeah. So things we would literally see with our eyes. Then we got some examples with some articles that we're going to bring out.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places.
See that? Nation against nation. We literally see that happen. It says famine. We see that happening. Pestilence. We see that happening. We got a couple handfuls of examples. Earthquakes in diverse places. We see all that happening. Global quakes and eruptions define West Coast seismic concerns. Actually, that was up. Yeah, grab it.
Okay.
Give him grab this one real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, you had the 8.8 over there in Russia. Brother said, what was the 6.0 at?
6.1 in Turkey.
See? But yeah.
Okay. All right. This is information about the Ring of Fire. It says the Pacific Ring of Fire is a vast.
Oh yeah.
It says the Pacific Ring of Fire is a vast oceanic area where earthquakes and volcanoes erupt are common. It says located on the floor of the Pacific Ocean. Its influence is significant. For example, an earthquake off the east coast of
Here's another argument. A island suffers 86,000 hidden earthquakes beneath Yellowstone surface.
Maine.
So yeah, volcanoes getting active, more earthquakes. And there's earthquakes happening by the thousands every week. Volcanoes, they're talking about the super volcanoes will become active all over the world.
Everything against the planet now.
Oh, right.
Everything, the elements, the animals,
Right.
you know, everything.
Yeah.
Fruits.
Yup. But yeah, that's showing earthquake in diverse places. And then this is not by coincidence that now we got the technology and the app.
We don't use that name.
He made up.
That's a made up name. The letter J is only 500 years old. He was walking the earth.
No, that's the English, yeah. It's Yeshua.
No, it's Yahweh Shai.
That's for the Y.
It's Yahweh Shai.
That's it easy.
All right, bro.
You too, bro. He said, spell with the Y.
Let's go.
Say what?
So yeah, you got apps to track and monitor these earthquakes. That ain't by coincidence. Because even Esau looking at the signs, that's why he's tracking them up. That's why you got a nerve. Yeah, that's why he's nervous. Hey, even Esau see the sign. Hey, so why the 2,000 people can't see it? And guess what? The same conclusion that we came to, that we're close to the day of the Lord, Esau has come to that same conclusion.
It's the only thing with Esau is that behind the in front of the camera and behind the scenes, he moving.
Yeah.
If he know he have time.
And see, yeah, Esau moving with fear. Because at the same time as these things are happening in the earth, we're going to get it in a minute, but what the scriptures say in the book of Luke, when you see these things beginning to come to pass, then look up.
Right.
Because our salvation draws near. But in the case of Esau, when he see these things to come past, he's looking up too. That's why they've been talking about the thing, the three-eyed Atlas, the interstellar object that's approaching Earth. You know, Esau about to twist it into some BS, but even Esau looking up. Why? Not because the salvation draws now, but his destruction draws now.
I was watching a video with Tucker Carlson, and
Yep.
he was saying at first they said that UFOs wasn't real. All our lives,
Yep.
they wasn't real. They was little green men.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden, they are real. They can't explain where they come from. They can't explain what they want here. But the thing is that people deflect so easy that, let's start with the root problem. First they said they wasn't real.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden they real. Why would they tell us they not real all this time? You know what I'm saying? They continue to try to hide something. Esau moving at a pace because he know that the clock is really ticking. So if Esau moving at a pace because he knows his time is almost up, our eyes are still thinking about TikTok dances and you know what I'm saying? Like it baffles me, man.
Yeah, you know, and like the brother said, if never know we got a short time, never be something the right man. Hey, we got a short time too. Hey, to get right. Hey, to repent. Guess what? You're gonna die with the wicked.
Yeah, and also us being out here, all this applies to us too. You know, this goes on. This for us too. We gotta make sure we standing right too.
Yep.
We gotta endure too. You know, this goes for everybody. You know.
But yeah, you know, you will see these things happening in the earth, and you know that the Lord is drawing out. But we got some more examples. So we saw earthquakes, we saw the Ring of Fire earthquakes, the volcanoes becoming more active. and you know, stronger earthquakes, super volcanoes. That's why the animals leave in Yellowstone. But again, it's showing that even Esau is watching for the sign.
Right.
But let me grab this real quick. Let me see. So I got a couple articles because the brother brought out Wars and Rumors of War. So I got about 4 articles in the title. And this is old news now, but after that dude Medvedev, I think he's a former Russian president, Trump moved 2 nuclear submarines were deployed to be somewhere near Russia. So that's the first article. So here's another article. In response, Putin said he got more nuclear submarines in place than the U.S. He said he got more submarines in position than the U.S. So he said, hey, the U.S. late.
Right.
I forget one of the rappers was doing. I can't think of his name. That's all right. He said that you play, you late. If you play, you late. Hey, so yeah, America late. They around here playing, tweeting. Putin said he already got more position.
Putting timelines on
Tariffs.
Yeah.
So they playing. But hey, 2 more articles that I got right here. In response, the U.S. sent in 2 nuclear submarines. Putin started mass producing those Oreshnik missiles, those hypersonic missiles that he used a while back. He started mass producing them, and he got them ready to be deployed already.
We got a short glimpse of
That was beautiful too.
Iran shooting every now and then. I'm thinking that was something new.
Yeah. Yeah. And then in response to that, supposedly America got a hypersonic missile ready now. They called it the Dark Eagle. That's a cool little name. The Dark Eagle. And I think what I read, they're gonna deploy him to Australia.
That's real.
So yeah, man, you know, hey, wars, rumors of wars, kingdom against kingdom. You still got talks. China invaded Taiwan. You got Taiwan, you know, with Japan and the U.S. doing military drills together. And you got China and Russia and North Korea doing military drills together. You got China standing with Iran, you know, against Israel. Yep, and now look, Iran, they shooting Chinese missiles now.
Oh yeah?
Yep, and they're having great success with it too. They've been having great success, but hey, anything that comes.
Manual in Chinese.
Oh yeah. Pretty much anybody that goes up against America and against Israel, here at the end they're gonna have great success. By anyway.
They gonna turn over new leaves.
Oh yeah.
Going from throwing rocks to shooting arrows.
Yeah. But all these wars meaning what? That you're close to the day of the Lord. Because the Christians, they talk about World War III, they talk about we pretty much, we're gonna go back to the Ice Age. You know, the sun will be blacked out for so many years. That pretty much we're gonna have to start over. It's gonna be a reset, and not in the way that they think.
Right.
This place will be demolished so the kingdom of heaven can be established. These are things. After World War III, we're gonna go back to sticks and stones. We're gonna go back to the caveman days.
They can't comprehend what that reset.
Right.
It's gonna honestly, actually, it's gonna be the best thing that they can never comprehend.
Yeah. And really, they'd rather it be that way. They'd rather go back to sticks and stones and ice ages and caveman days rather than the kingdom of heaven, because you know what that means for them. You know, slavery.
Yeah. Esau would rather burn the hill for eternity, like the Christians keep, instead of having Yasharala with they foot on their neck.
Yep, that's funny. That's the spirit because I told when my dad and stepmom was out here, she was baffled that hell, as they taught in the church, don't exist. I said no, you know, pretty much the wicked, beginning with Esau and the white man, they going into slavery.
Hell yeah.
I said, how did I put it? No, I said the Lord got something worse planned for them. They going into slavery. She said hell. So she said so going into slavery is worse than burning in hell forever. I said it's perspective. I said we will probably choose slavery over burning.
Right.
I said you talking to the white man, he would rather burn forever than be a slave to a nigga in the Indian.
Right.
So that was the spirit, it's just perspective.
It ain't as though than being told what to do by a dark skinned person.
Yeah. And just to bring out too, even with the 3-eye atlas thing, that interstellar object, they saying that it may be an asteroid, it may be a comet. They saying it's weird. They think it's something else. But even
I remember it. I heard about it.
and even when you talk about stuff in space, they still believe that there's a possibility that an asteroid could destroy the Earth one day. And if for Esau's sake, he'd rather that be the case than your homicide return. And that's how you know he's a damn devil.
Right.
He'd rather the whole Earth be destroyed instead of life continuing. Even simple, bro. He'd rather the Earth be destroyed instead of life continuing, but instead of him being at the top, now he at the bottom. And if he can't be at the top, he think nobody else should be able to live.
Like they say, I can't help it, nobody can.
Yeah, that's Esau the challenge. So he hopes to asteroid destroy the Earth.
Unknown, it doesn't have no explanation for it.
Yeah, right. Anything but the Lord returning, the Israelites go back to the top.
You know, Esau hate being confounded.
Yeah.
Esau trying to tell you something, and you feel like you correct him, and he find out he was right, he automatically hate your ass.
He be burnt up.
He be burnt up, man.
They got that quick silence, they be like,
Right, yeah. Next thing you know, you get written up. You didn't throw that paper in the trash.
right. They gonna be a specific week before, like, bro. Man, we got a couple more examples. So when we read Matthew 24, I think verse 6, speaking about earthquakes, light vegetation, famines, pestilences. God cases some pestilences. Hey, my mom sent me this one. Let's grab that one next. So this is over there in China. It reads severe outbreak of mosquito-borne chikungunya virus affects 8,000 in China. It says prompt mass quarantines. That's a word we ain't heard in a minute. Quarantine's coming back.
Boogeyman is bad.
Yeah, I hope they do, because Walmart, they was paying people to quarantine if they tested positive or was around somebody that tested positive for the CD19. And really, a lot of these corporations work. They'll pay you to stay home, pay you to quarantine. Hey, so I hope that come back. Hey, because people was faking. I faked it one time. I got like a paid week off. Hey, so yeah, mass quarantine over there in China. And from the mosquito illness. Yeah, that's that pestilence.
Right, this one's coming from the entire headline. It says deadly flesh-eating bacteria spreading across beaches as cases surge and terrifying rise.
And I think the beaches they expand from Louisiana to Florida. They have a flesh-eating bacteria. And even with the pestilence, if you ask Esau, it's gonna be a zombie virus. Right. It's gonna be some kind of virus that kills off humanity. they're gonna have to start over. It's never that these things are happening because the Lord is returning.
Esau definitely a weird man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anything but Yahweh shall return. And then one of them weirdos, I can't think of his name, but one of them Edomites. He had said that if he died, he could be reincarnated into
I
anything.
remember that.
He would come back as a deadly virus and to kill off humanity. Damn trash out there.
Hell, this motherfucker love death.
Yeah. It says, a flesh-eating man-eater maggot may soon become a menace in the U.S. So flesh-eating man-eater maggots. And I think that's down here in Texas, more so South Texas. Because maggots, normally they eat dead flesh. These maggots, they eat live flesh. So that's that festival. Meaning what? The Lord is returning. That's the application of the body weeks back. A TV for that. Meaning what? The Lord is returning. And I think I might have one more example for the festivals. Phone tickets, so maybe not. Shit retarded.
Punched on that in a while.
Man. You had a couple articles. But yeah, we showed some examples. With the pestilence, all the HIV cases. We see that's happening by the tens to hundreds of thousands every week, new cases. You know, that stuff's spreading. Hey, but guess what? Hey, a lot of it the result from the hokey pokey that y'all took back in 2021.
Now, you asked them, so you took the jump shot, so because you didn't want to get the C-19, but you took the jump shot, and you done had the C-19 3 times. What's in your home?
Right.
You know, what's in your damn home?
Now you got HIV, but what's in your arm?
Right.
And that's what it's supposed to say. The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. He created the boogeyman, the C-19. Then he said, I got help for you. To give you the hokey pokey. Let's say for those, the hokey pokey actually worked. Let's say they did get the C-19, but then they came down with the HIV. And to the mercies of the wicked are cruel. And Esau's gonna help you, but you're gonna come down with something worse. From being helped by it. Could have just trusted in the Lord.
Right. And I took that.
But let me see. Oh, the famine. We dealing with recalls. Hey, recalls happen. They happen by the hour.
Yeah, it's a war on everything.
Yup. You know, waffles, coffee, tea, tomatoes, eggs. That's the famines.
Water.
Because if you ask an American, they say, yeah, we gotta start growing our own food. We gotta start growing our own food. Or if you ask Cotton Swab, they wanna make more mystery meat. They wanna make more 3D printed food. We say because of the food crisis, we may have to resort to eating insects. It ain't gonna make it that far because the Lord comes back. Also, nation against nation. And those are race wars. We see that brewing up because we had those white folks in Cincinnati that got stumped out.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of Edomites talking about a race war, you know, on social media, talking about we don't want it. But then you seen the video, them 6 white guys jumping the so-called black dude.
Oh yeah. And one of them, dad is a cop.
Oh, see?
And they showed also, he posted a video where after they jumped Jake, they showed him like sitting back, chilling, laying on his dad's cop car out there, and his dad like, you know, just standing around, looking around. He's like, yeah, we own this shit. And he gets them at a red light, they won't even look your way.
Oh, for real though.
Okay.
Yeah, they are, bro. And then,
And then they gave the Jake and his family a hard time the next day when he was trying to do a police report.
crazy.
You know how he got away? One of them police just so they don't be riding by.
Oh, that's right.
That's how he escaped. That's how the terrorists gonna be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You saw the shooting. Yeah. And yeah, even with the race war.
You know what? Like weak as hell, man.
No, they is because the 6 of them,
Right.
dudes should have walked away from that.
Jake could die if he get jumped by 2 Jakes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Edom might have died getting jumped by 2 Jakes.
yeah.
You know? Yeah, I've seen stories in California corrections where Jake in prison for life because he got into a fight, hit a man one time and he died. You know what I'm saying? Now he got life.
Yeah. Right. You might.
Probably so.
That died.
You know, California, they banging, so they really don't. They out on the streets, it's an evil against their brother.
Oh, did that happen in the prison?
Yeah, he in
Oh,
prison
okay. Oh, that okay.
because of what happened when he
Okay.
was out. Hoover Gangsta Crip.
Yeah, I seen a video, a bunch of old Edomite dudes. You probably seen that video of the Jake, so-called black man. He said he want to take about 10,000 brothers to do everything to them that they do to us.
Oh,
He said he want to get 10,000 black men who not gonna worry about no consequences, who ready to die about it. And he said whenever they shoot one of our people down, he say they gonna go shoot one of their people down. You know, it's militant type stuff. He was serious.
Eye for an eye type of shit.
Yeah. Hey, the scriptures support that. When you heard son say, you know, wait on him till we rise up to the fray. The Lord will spill blood first. So yeah, even with that, with the race wars, people think that's gonna go back. It's gonna go back to Jim Crow, the civil rights days. That's gonna go back, you know, to the 1940s. Now racial tension is gonna increase. But it ain't gonna last too long because that only means that the Lord is near.
Racial tension's gonna get so crazy, it's gonna spill over. You know what I'm saying? You know, see, it's gonna get so crazy. They, you know, other nations, you know, gonna be raining down on Esau ass too. You know, in a way that they never thought that this society allowed them to do. But hey, it ain't because society is allowing them. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, it's because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is allowing it. They gonna be a terror to this place, man.
Yep.
See, you think Edomites lock they car doors when you walk by their car? Man, they gonna be trying to lock their whole existence down, man. Just scared as hell, man.
Hey, that's Matthew 24. It said the doors will be locked. Let's grab that in Isaiah 19:2 real quick. Because with the nation against nation, you know, racial tensions, you know, so-called black versus white, that's not going to be for too long anyway. What's the famine did? These people missing few men. Right. It ain't going to be no more black versus white. It's going to be everybody versus everybody. These Edomites acting like they going to come together, Lord going to pull that food back. So the scripture speak about Egyptians against Egyptians. So people who used to be together going to be against one another. That's what the scripture says, 2nd Ezra friends shall fight like enemies. They friends now, only because they had a meal in the last 2 hours or so. When they missed that first day of no food,
Man. Take away their food and their phone.
oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody gonna turn to UFC fighters overnight.
Yup.
So 19 and 2, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
See that? Every man gonna fight against his neighbor, his brother. See that? Meaning those that are own community. Whether it's like neighborhoods, gated communities, or people in the same race and the same family. Egyptian against Egyptian. And that's what's coming. And people not gonna see it coming. Because they think it's gonna be forever. Black versus white, white versus Mexican, ice versus Mexican, even ice. When they start missing out on some meals, think they gonna do?
Turn to some UFC fighters too.
Yeah. Yeah, they could be worried about deporting nobody in that day. They could be trying to eat and feed their family. And so the Lord gonna throw a major plot twist once that food get pulled back.
Fake police raid,
Oh,
kick
yeah.
the door in, they running past you, running straight to your cabinets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They gonna run right past that 80-inch TV,
Yup.
going straight to their kitchen.
Yup.
They might grab your wife on the way.
They definitely grabbing her.
I seen in a movie they said they was running from these people. It was like post-apocalyptic type. The lady said that they was running from these people because the ghost people fixed them. She said that our men are gonna be dead, and we gonna wish them to be dead.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? With the things that they gonna do to us.
That's good to say. Bride's gonna mourn having no men. Because the men gonna perish in war and in the famine. But the men gonna die first. They're not of the elect. So let's see what we got. So we saw many examples, and the only conclusion that you can come to, at least those who understand it, is that the Lord is concerned. That's the conclusion that we come to. The rest of the world, they got conclusions, they got ideas.
They concluded that
It's not gonna come to pass though.
they concluded that some sort of way we gonna be all right.
Yeah, right,
The world
right,
just need more love.
right.
That's what they say. They need quick to say that.
But yeah, that new Luke 2. So considering all the examples that we brought out, hey, it's many more that brothers and sisters are seeing. And the conclusion is, hey, the Lord is about to return.
Next precept is coming from the book of Luke, chapter 28. Book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 28. And it reads, I don't start to get high.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I'm tired of these damn devices, bro.
All right, the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass,
See that? Begin to come to pass. And we got second lesson. When you see part of the signs pass. Meaning when you see these things when they happen. Wars, rumors of wars, nation against nation, pestilence, famine, earthquakes. When you see these things happen, what conclusion should you come to?
not the time to start saving money.
Oh, right, bro. Or we need to grow our own food, in our own little community. That's the conclusion they come to.
The world needs more love.
Yeah.
All right. Luke 28, 21, and draweth nigh.
So when you see these things happening in the earth, you should then look up. And because our redemption draws nigh for the elect of the nation of Israel to be. But everybody outside of the elected, 2/3 of our people, especially you start getting the so-called white man, not they salvation, but they destruction draws nigh. It speaks the book of Job. It speaks about the destroyer of the Gentiles. The destroyer of the Gentiles on his way. Gentiles includes 2/3 of Israel in this lifetime too. And guess what? We lifting up our heads and we see our salvation. That's why also in Luke 21, you see Luke 21? Let's get 25 real quick.
This is the book of Luke chapter 21. This is the book of Luke chapter 21, verse 25, and it reads, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
Yeah, so, I think that was next week, right? Yeah, the scripture said, hey, look up, because our redemption draws nigh. And then it goes on to say, there will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. You see that? A blood, moons, eclipses, multiple suns, planets aligning, then even in stars. Signs what? Right, that are redemption draws nigh. And then we see the chariots up there. So we already see our salvation. Chariots will be what the world calls UFOs. But that's why the Lord said, look up, for your redemption draws nigh. And when the bus is about to pick you up, you see it coming down the street.
Right, that ain't the time to run back to the house.
Right.
Backpack.
Ain't the time to go to sleep either.
Time to get closer to the curve.
Yep. Make haste.
Yep.
So us seeing signs in the sun, moon, and stars, we see what the world calls UFOs. That means it's about that time we're gonna get up out of here. Again, us looking up into the sky, it's like people looking down the street to see their ride. We see our ride.
We is not gonna miss that ride.
Nope. Okay. Unlike Uber, you miss this one, you can't call another one.
Right.
And the people weren't on that ark. In the time of Noah,
We on the second boat.
nope. And people had, people might have had boats too, but it wasn't sufficient. So I mean, it was. It's one way out. You can't come up with no alternative way.
Right, because Noah's the boat that Noah was on was built by the Lord.
Yeah.
They had the instructions of the Lord all inside of it. Them little whatever boats they had, you know what I'm saying, was built by man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just like this doctrine, where we trust and believe that's our salvation. You know what I'm saying? Believing in Christianity. Oh, I don't think Jesus would do something like that. You in that little canoe that you got from Walmart, man.
Yeah.
But you
Oh,
don't-
bro.
But you don't even know a tsunami is coming.
That's the spirit, bro. I was at work. Some damn canoes came in one of them trailers, bro. The thing's so annoying. To get on the pallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was funny. But yeah, man, that's what the scripture said. Look up because your redemption draws nigh. It's like we looking down the street. You see your ride coming before it actually gets there. We see our ride. We see our way up out of here right now. But guess what? Hey, Esau looking up too. We don't got the technology that he got. But like his planetariums, his observatories, his telescopes, his satellites.
He got everything.
Right.
Robo dogs,
Who you looking up?
all the man-made insect meat,
Oh, right.
hood, you know, gunland.
Yeah.
He got it all, man. He still gonna lose, sort of.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why Esau got them telescopes and them satellites. It wasn't for educational purposes, like it was saying with PBS. looking for the coming of the Lord, and just as we are. But we've been blinded by the truth while they hid the truth, so they've been looking for a lot longer. So by the Spirit, we know perfectly well we in that time. And but Esau, who's been watching these things a lot longer, he know perfectly well too we in that time. Because they ain't just start measuring earthquakes. They ain't just started looking into space. They've been looking up.
Can you imagine some of the dreams that the Lord be putting on them, torturing them?
Yeah.
Like, man,
Imagine, with they satellites and telescopes. Like, a lot of stuff they show us to be black and white. It just be little blind.
You can't make out what it is.
Yeah. I think Esau got real.
yeah, he can see the
vision.
real thing.
You got-
They in the angels up there like this.
Oh yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? They seen Jake with that afro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Looking real chill.
yeah, and they probably that 3-eye atlas.
Yeah.
It probably got Hebrew writing on it.
Right.
That might be from Mayaka Island, Archangel Michael. It ain't no telling.
Jake and up with the afro looking real meekish.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Tall, dark skinned, and frightening. Look, the person who looking through the telescope glass, then when they finally see him, the glass shattered. Telescope glass shattered and scared the hell out of him.
right. Oh, that's why the information coming out. He might talk about now with the world calls aliens. He said they look like African Americans. You see that?
Undefeated out
That's about to go there next. He said, and supposedly, this, anything is possible with the Lord. They say since we were on there, you should have chariot landed at one of their air bases on one of their top secret missions or something secret. He said a chariot landed.
a place not easily accessed.
Yup. He said a bunch of black men came off, and what you said, they had a look of arrogance, like they've never been defeated or never been conquered. And they told Esau, yeah, we control the majority of this galaxy over here. And which the Lord got control over all, but the angels, they got their different jurisdictions. And that may sound out there to some people, but it matches up.
Right. They all know they in order. You know what I'm saying? They know everything is for the point in time. I don't gotta flip on Esau. I ain't gotta try to convince Esau. Boy, we're gonna scare Esau to get right in the kingdom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying a leopard can't change his spot. He was created to be the wicked, man.
That's just what condemning to him. I think they might have pulled up. This is scary. But see, he could have repented after that. He's like, no, we surrender. Hey, we're not gonna continue. What was Esau gonna do? When Yahweh Shah returned, they gonna pull all their guns and missiles at Yahweh Shah. So this could be more condemning for him. So when the Lord do what they do to him, angels do what they do to Esau, it's gonna be well justified.
A man-made whipping hurting Yahweh Shah.
Yeah,
Man, get out of there.
yeah.
You deserve to go into captivity. I'm thinking something you made is gonna be able to hurt, affect Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, because they got guns on them. A lot of them satellites, man, they still use a satellite, man. Got weapons on it.
Like, tear your neighborhood up.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Drop 'em a hat.
Yep. Yeah, they got weapons on it. So yeah, hey, even Esau looking up. Esau been measuring the time. Esau understand what time we in. He understand what's to come. And through the mercy and spirit of the Lord, everything that they know and understand, hey, we know perfectly well too.
He know and understand better than 2/3 of our own people.
Yep. So yeah.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 18. And it said, behold, the days come when I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon earth.
See, you notice the days come. to come close to the Earth. So just by coincidence, you got this interstellar object, as they call it, speeding through the heavens. They say like over 150,000 miles per hour, headed towards the Earth. They say it's going to pass the Earth and do some other stuff. That may sound out there, like what the Lord said He would draw nigh. So the only conclusion that we can come into, if that's real information, that it's the Lord. Not no asteroid coming to destroy Earth, because Esau rather it be that way. And for them, so not no damn aliens. Alien technically just means stranger or foreigner.
Yeah.
They aliens, but that word alien is a cover up for the word angel.
Think about all the green men with the black eyeballs, big head propaganda.
Yeah.
Just pass throughout the Earth.
Yeah.
And we probably made so much money on it.
All the video games, movies, toys.
Damn aliens smoking a blunt. You know,
Oh, yeah,
there's all kinds of stuff the whole time. That ain't been nothing but some more made up BS, just like Jesus right.
Jesus right, yeah. You know, these people out there, they dedicate their life like they want the movie knows, trying to get the perfect shot of a real UFO.
Yep.
They thinking they're gonna blow up. Man, we no cameras, no satellites, no telescopes. We got a better understanding of what's taking place in the heavens. And then he saw the white man,
The spirit.
up through the spirit, with all their technology. We got better understanding what's happening up there than they do. And we're not talking about, you know, the top police, because they got the same understanding we got. They seen more than we seen. But, you know, because a lot of your military and a lot of NASA, when they be going on missions and doing work, everything ain't revealed to them.
Oh yeah.
You know, they just only told, you know, certain things. Man, that's so I think John 15 and 14. Because when Esau give his briefings, you know, to his staff, you know, military to Space Force, Esau still picture to him, there may be possible threats in space. There may be hostile invaders in space. He never tell them that y'all about to go to war with the holy angels. He don't tell you that you're about to wage war with the Son of the Most High.
He ain't telling you about to be bombed.
Yeah.
You perish.
Yeah, you know, when y'all build those satellites, we don't tell you that you're actually making weaponry that they're going to use to try to fight against the Lord. But I think that's 15 to 14. Yeah, yes, let's start there, then let's get 15 now.
All right, this is the book of Luke. This is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 14. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you.
So the Lord said, be his friends if we pretty much keep his commandments.
Right.
Not just commandments, just the word in general.
Right.
Word of prophecy.
Walk in his ways.
Yep. But let's see what the Lord says after.
15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you.
See that? The Lord said, I don't just, we servants of the Lord, but it's deeper than that. The Lord said, I don't call you servants, but I call you friends.
Right.
Because of the world, Esau and his servants, you don't know what really Esau got going on. So people building these satellites, they don't know that they building outer space weapons. Wage war side. They do these routine missions in outer space, they don't know that they setting up for the war that's going to take place in heaven. And what the Lord say, he said everything that's been revealed to me by the Father, he said I made it known unto you. Esau don't do that. Esau holding out on information. And I just bet, I ain't gonna say bet, these Edomites knew what they were really working against, what was really taking place, what they were really doing, building these satellites, going into space. They bug out.
Yeah, they'll say, get somebody else to do this.
Yeah. and it's gonna come to the point. I think it's Jeremiah. They're gonna say it's already happening now. Jeremiah say we have inherited lies, a thing that we're in vanity, being of no profit.
So many videos coming out like Edomite saying like it's gotta be some with these dark skinned people that since we've been in America, they have always been treated like an enemy. You know?
Like that light skinned
That
chick.
light-skinned
Yep,
chick.
yep. Hey, she's funny because she said, do black people have superpowers they don't know about or something?
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Not all blacks, but we understand that. You know, the 12 tribes, but and what's that power? Really, the Holy Spirit.
Having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is a low level power.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Itself.
Yep. But yeah, now's the point. The Lord said He was beginning to draw near, you know, before His return. And you got these so-called interstellar objects approaching the Earth. The rest of the world speculating maybe it's an asteroid that's going to destroy the Earth and bring about another ice age, as they say. And it's some Edomites out there, they think aliens gonna come to Earth to help humanity.
Right.
Has this place did anything to be helped? Hell
Right.
no.
But
It says-
even in some of them articles, they say that this thing may be hostile.
Yeah, it says meteorite fragment that slammed through homeowner's roof in Georgia is billions of years old, predates Earth. That's what they say. You know, you just can't trust.
Yeah.
You just can't trust the damn devil.
Yeah, when Esau gets to talking numbers,
Yeah.
they let that go when they're out the
Right.
And you
Right.
see, when they talk about asteroids and comets, rocks hitting the Earth, Esau probably send it to you like it's something random. I think that's all deliberate. I think, you know, that's just the angels. We're going to throw a rock at Earth.
See how they react.
Yeah.
See if he gonna lie more.
Yeah, see if we're going to lie more, see if anybody going to...
We were able to shoot down a asteroid, and only a small piece was able to get through.
Man, I'm glad you brought that up because there's movies out there when it's asteroids approaching Earth, and the mission is they're going to go into space and send nukes at it to blow it up.
Destroy, yeah.
What you think that asteroid represents really? It represents Yahweh Shah.
Right.
Because what did the Lord say? Let's get 2nd Ezra 13. Let's start at verse 2. And I think we're going to go down to verse 4. So what is the asteroid according to them? Pretty much just a big rock. But we're going to show what they call an asteroid in their little movies, or just in general. A lot of times they're referring to the Lord. Because they even propose that in real life. After it just so happens to be a killer asteroid coming to the Earth, they coming up with ways to stop it. They propose the idea of nuking it, but they say that will only send
Fragments.
a lot of radioactive rocks and fragments that would probably do more damage. And they had an idea that if they put a satellite with some thrusters on it, maybe they could veer it off course. That's all stuff. That Esau, and yeah, man. Really, what they want to get off course and try to destroy before it's coming is really the Lord. If we're gonna show that the asteroid really represents the Lord. Oh, and that's that chief cornerstone. That's that rock.
Second Idris. You said Second Idris.
Yes, sir. That too.
This is the book of Second Idris, chapter 13 and verse 2. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the waves thereof. And I behold, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his continent, he took look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
So the Lord came with the thousands of heaven, which you Americans call outer space.
Right.
And he said that when he came, all things trembled that was seen under him. So the Lord at his return, he's going to come from above. That's why he said, I'm from above and you from beneath. So what does that sound like to you? The conclusion you should come to, white man told you aliens are coming. No, that's the Lord and the holy angels. I think maybe verse 5 is the point. Speaks about like a great mountain.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and 5.
No, maybe 4. My bad, 6.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it.
See that? This man that's going to come with the thousands of heaven, it said he graved himself a great mountain and he flew on it. What's a flying mountain? Esau tells you that it's an asteroid.
Right.
That's the fathership. That's your Hawashah. So when Esau talk about a killer asteroid approaching Earth, they want to find out how to stop it, how to destroy it. This is pretty much a rock flying through space. But here, it said the Lord is coming back on the flying rock. Not a literal rock, a literal mountain, but it's being compared to or likened to a great mountain because of how big it is. So again, Esau talk about asteroids, that really represents the Lord. That was the point, Derek. So yeah, man, yeah, that's that. Matter of fact, let's grab these last two. Proverbs 42.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 18. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
What's that truth? What's that light? That's His truth. And His truth gonna shine more and more until that perfect day. And that's the Lord's return. So what? This light is gonna be, you're not gonna be able to deny it. This is gonna be the only thing left standing when everything else fails. Everybody got ideas. Everybody speculating. It's the only thing that's gonna hold up.
Everybody's wrong.
Yep. Hey, somebody gonna be right. And the scripture say, in that appointed time, it's so speaking not lie. So every day is being declared, and every day another false doctrine is false. But as these days get closer, and it's like time more and more, meaning what? People don't understand. They gonna see things for what they really are. That's what the scripture says. They gonna speak and not lie. Not for you to say nothing against it when it happens. For example, the mark of the beast. When they mandate that RFID microchip, that's that light shining more and more. That's truth being declared. But yeah, that's it. Hey, we're gonna close up by facing the east. Give our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Hashem. They give honor, hey, to the elders, give message, taught us the truth, honor to the brothers, which ain't like the freedom, preach the gospel, and be some blessings to the elect. Thank everybody that tuned in and will tune in. Until next time, Lord willing, Shalom. Shalom.